Hi everyone, welcome to Beyond the Prompt podcast. This is like a simple podcast setup that we have done. I'm Shreya, Vinay and Pawan. And today we're going to be talking about some agentic AI where it meets the real world low code using Langflow. And this is how it helps us build an automated ATS friendly resume builder, right? It's basically generated through the LinkedIn jobs. We're extremely excited to talk about this today and let you guys in on a lot of other details. So Pawan, I'm going to be starting with you first. So what were you exactly thinking when it comes to job descriptions, resumes? What was going on in your mind?
So as you know, the current job market is very competitive. So whenever a candidate applies for a job, his resume goes into the HR system, and the first thing they do is they give a score. It's ATS score, and based on this score, the candidate is pushed to the next round, or the interview is assigned to the candidate. So it's very competitive for the candidate to get a top ATS score. So our goal was to create flow or the automation where the candidate can easily optimize the resume just by uploading it. So this was our goal.
Actually, that's a very real world problem. So, Vinay, let me ask you, how did you guys come up with a solution for this?
Yes, as candidates ourselves, we thought of building a system which is candidate friendly. So a candidate would ideally upload his resume, which he has created, and our system would just take that resume, look at the job listings on the LinkedIn,
right,
and creates a tailored resume which has a higher ATS score and dumps it back to him. So this entire flow was created on Langflow, and we converted this Langflow pipeline as an MCP server so that the candidate can use it on his MCP clients or Claude desktop to interact with it.
Nice. That sounds actually very powerful. Why Langflow? Like you could have just written the whole pipeline in Python, right?
Yeah.
So
True.
why Langflow?
So Langflow is a no-code, low-code platform where any developer or the product manager can build their automation and have AI in the workflow. So in our case, what we were focusing on using a platform where we could easily use build custom components and connect multiple AI agents together to get an optimized resume. So Langflow was a perfect tool for us, and the automation and the flexibility it offered for us was very much easier.
Yeah, I see. Now, this concept of MCP, basically, MCP server is probably new to a lot of us.
Yeah.
So, what does that mean exactly? If you could start off by telling us that.
So MCP stands for Model Context Protocol. It was designed and developed by Anthropic. So it is just think of API, how it acts as a wrapper and connects our systems together, right? But for an LLM, you don't have such connectors for the external world. So think of MCP as that bridge.
Interesting, in fact. So before we wrap things up, any advice maybe for the developers as to how to get started with the agentic AI maybe?
So Langflow is a very good platform where they can start with. So Langflow offers a good drag and drop UI, and also the custom blocks are what we used a lot to create our own flows, because when you're adding a custom block, you can have the flexibility to add whatever you want in your flow. So this will give a developers a good option on what they can add and what they can do out of their automation flow. So this is a good example on how they can use the Langflow.
That's nice. So now we'll be quickly switching to the demo where we'll be showing you how Langflow is basically used as an MCP server and how the resume is generated. So let's get into it.
So this is our Langflow pipeline, which generates a custom tailored high ATS score resume, and we have used multiple custom components inside Langflow to achieve this. The main custom components that we have used is a custom MCP component which takes the URL from the input and makes a GET request to LinkedIn URL from where the job description is pulled. And the agents that we have used are summarizing the resume, the job description fetched from the LinkedIn, and the third agent is creating a custom tailored resume in the LaTeX format, which can be used across multiple platforms to generate a PDF. The second custom component that we have used is a LaTeX to PDF converter, which creates a 3 media output. One of the challenges that we faced here was connecting output from 2 different agents into a third agent as a single input to the third agent. Here we have used message to data converter and a parser together to extract the combined data from 2 different agents.
So we are using a fourth agent in the Langflow pipeline here. It evaluates the compatibility between the generated resume and the job description. It takes the input from third agent, which generates the resume in fact, and the second agent, which again summarizes the job description. So these inputs are then processed through a message to data converter, and the resulting data is passed to the fourth agent, which then outputs an ATS score out of 100. So in this Langflow setup, we are testing a flow that takes the LinkedIn job URL. Once this flow runs, it produces the high ATS score tailored resume that can also be downloaded, along with its ATS score assessment. The important part of this flow is how we connected the MCP server in Langflow with Claude. Langflow gives us the JSON file for the server setup. We just copy paste it and put it into Claude desktop app. Now Claude here, as you can see, is connected to our local server and can run the flow. We gave it 2 LinkedIn job URLs, and Claude fetched the job descriptions using the MCP server. Then it used our flow to generate a tailored resume. So here you can see the first resume is ready, and now Claude is working on the second one. So it's fetching another job description and generating the next resume. And now finally, we've added the link to the Langflow GitHub repository along with the link to our flow in JSON format. You can simply import this flow into Langflow and start using it right away. And yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching.